The major digestive glands in your gut are, or the alimentary canal are, firstly you have the salivary gland which majorly secretes your saliva. Thereafter you have gastric, or gastric is related to stomach, gastric gland. Then you will study about the structure of liver. Liver also secretes the bile. And later you have pancreatic glands, and lastly the glands of small intestine or intestinal glands, the intestinal glands. Now the first is your salivary gland. Let's do it here. Salivary glands. You have majorly three salivary glands, namely parotid gland. First is your parotid gland. Second is your submaxillary or submandibular gland. Submaxillary or submandibular. And the third and the last is sublingual gland. All these parotid glands secretes saliva. Now there are ducts related to these glands, as these glands are not ductless but they are duct glands, and their ducts are called, the duct of parotid gland is called the Stenson's duct. This is a single, complete, or the whole duct, and this does not has any subparts or subducts. Now the submaxillary or submandibular your parotid gland is your major salivary glands, and it secretes almost 60% of saliva is secreted by parotid gland. That is why it is major salivary gland. Now second, the submaxillary or submandibular gland, it has a duct called Wharton's duct. The Wharton's duct. This is also a complete duct. But the sublingual glands, you have small ducts. They are also called the ducts of Rivinus. And among them, the major sublingual duct is called Bartholin's duct. As I told that the function of these salivary glands is secretion of all these salivary glands secretes the saliva. The pH of the saliva is approximately 6.8. This is written in NCERT that pH of saliva is 6.8, and all these three glands secretes almost 1.5 liter of saliva per day. And now the composition of this saliva is 99% of saliva is water, then 0.5% of solutes, which are sodium, potassium, chloride, and bicarbonate ion. Now this chloride ion also acts as a cofactor for the enzyme which is present in saliva. The enzyme present in saliva is also called ptyalin or salivary amylase. This is called ptyalin or salivary amylase. This helps in digestion of cellulose. So this was what salivary gland is